It isn't when you were drafted, it's where you were drafted. Dwayne Haskins was doomed from the moment he was drafted by the Washington football team. And don't get me wrong, I don't think anyone should be guaranteed a job just because. But with that being said, in the NFL, if you do not have full backing of your team, organization, and smart coaches, you are destined to fail. Haskins has had 3 coaches in a year and a half. He's had to deal with scandals, name controversies. Ron Rivera brought in his old QB from his old team to be his backup. Unless Haskins turned into Patrick Mahomes, he was never going to survive in DC. Speaking of Mahomes, what do you think his career would be if he was drafted by Washington? People forget that Mahomes had a full season behind Alex Smith before being named starter and is coached by one of the most brilliant minds in football, Andy Reid. What happens to Lamar Jackson if he's drafted by the Browns or the Bengals instead of the Ravens? Josh Allen had worse stats than Haskins over his first 11 starts, but the Bills had a plan, they stuck to it, and now he's looking like a bulldozing Steve Young. If Cliff Kingsbury didn't love Kyler Murray, he would be playing baseball right now. And that leads me to Josh Rosen, who we may never know if is any good or not because circumstances never gave him a chance to succeed. If Mitchell Trubisky was drafted by the Patriots and was coached by Bill Belichick, would he really be benched for someone called Big Dick Nick, who only seems to flourish at random times? A lot of your favorite QBs were trash when they started. Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions his first year, went 3-13. Go look up Hall of Famers like John Elway and Troy Aikman and see how terrible they were. Sam Darnold, for all I know, could be Joe Montana, but we will never know while he plays for Bug-Eye Gase. Black people in general have a smaller margin of error in society. Nothing is different in the NFL. So my suggestion to these agents is make a list of teams that your clients simply would not play for. And the number 1 team should be Washington.